One thing that narcissistic parents tend to do is they do not want their children to strive better than them, accomplish more than them. Because narcissistic parents see their accomplishments as a ceiling, and no one else can go higher than them. You can only go as far as I have gone, because they do not want to see their children succeeding beyond what they have succeeded in their own life. Why is that? Because narcissists are very insecure people. They have very fragile egos, and any perceived threat of someone doing better than them is going to be a huge bruise to their fragile ego. Their ego means everything: how they look to others, how they are presented to others, how the world sees them. They would feel very much embarrassed for people to think, how is it that your child is doing better than you? They would not want to deal with that type of shame and deal with that type of guilt, because they already know that they haven't accomplished as much as they could have accomplished in life. They already know that they could have done better, but they chose to live a mediocre life. So they do not want to have to deal with that type of shame and guilt. So instead, to avoid that whole encounter itself, what they would do is they would tell their child something in order to sabotage them, to get them to stay where they are, or to get the child to not succeed beyond where the parent has succeeded. So what does that look like? This looks like if a parent works just a regular 9-to-5 job, they would encourage the child to get a regular 9-to-5 job and not pursue their passions, not pursue their goals, and not pursue their purpose. When it comes to certain things, like eventually when young adults get knocked off their parents' insurance when they reach a certain age, they will tell their child to get a type of insurance that is not the best insurance. It's probably average, mediocre for poverty, or maybe the lowest of the low, but they don't want their child to get a better insurance as them. Okay, now that's a very specific example, but it can get very petty and catty like that, to a point where they would try to sabotage anything. I mean, it even can be as points as like when the adult child wants to get their own car or get their own place. If a parent lives in an apartment and an adult child is saying, I want to get a house, then they'll tell them, oh, why don't you just go ahead and get a house? Don't get an apartment. Or why don't you go ahead and just get you an older car? Don't get you a new car. They don't want you to succeed beyond them. But you know what? You succeed beyond them anyway.